Philip Osborne awaiting the ref's okay. He's got it, and he'll kick it away, and it's coming to Ryan Cunningham right around the Buckeye 20. Cunningham on the left side, and he's taken down right around the 33-yard line, and that's where the Buckeyes will have tonight's first possession. Of course, the Buckeyes being led at quarterback by Jay Edwards, just a freshman. Stone for nearly 200 yards on the season, 4 touchdowns. Last week, 3 of 4 passing for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Jay had a good week last week throwing the ball, and he's really been efficient with only throwing the ball maybe 5 or 6 times a game.
Buckeyes will go out of the I formation. Cunningham at fullback, Brandon Maiden at tailback. Pitch coming to Maiden. He's going to throw the halfback pass. He's got Eric Davis, and he's going to go! There it is, ladies and gentlemen, on the first play of the game.
What a way to open up this big, giant game for the Buckeyes.
Last night, after that exciting volleyball game at Nelsonville-York, Eric Davis, who just caught that touchdown pass, told me, look for the first play of the game for Brandon Maiden to throw a halfback pass to him, and there it is.
Well,
executed perfectly. Wellston looking for the Buckeyes to run it on the first play of the game.
Wellston thinking, same as the Buckeyes, that we're going to come out and try to run the ball, and what a way to start this football game.
Trevor White on the extra point. It's up, and it is good. We're only 17 seconds into this one, and the Buckeyes lead at 7-0. Of course, this game early, but what a way to start it. To jump out 7-0 on the Wellston's home field.
To get the momentum on the first play of the game and to get the crowd into it, and there is nothing on the Wellston side of the football field right now. Complete silence. They got to be stunned with the Buckeyes jumping out with a huge 70-yard touchdown pass.
And, of course, that will also make Wellston's defensive backs to pay a little respect to the Buckeye run. They never know when they will run it or throw it,
right,
as they saw there.
Yeah, Brandon, I'll tell you, Brandon, he really did a good fake on that, made it look like a nice sweep, and what a perfect pass to Eric Davis running wide open down the middle of the football field.
So the Buckeyes will kick it away. It'll be Trevor White for Nelsonville-York. Approaches and kicks. Coming to this side of the field at the 20.
And we got a flag down. It looks like we're going to have offsides on the Buckeyes.
So the play is blown dead.
That's just a little nerves right now. Buckeyes are really fired up. They want to get downfield as quick as they can and make that big hit. And this looks like just jumped off sides a little bit and beat the kicker to the football.
Eric Davis now with 3 touchdowns on the season. And that third one's a mighty big one here to start off this game at Wellston.
Get behind the sideline!
Like opponents this year, the Buckeyes and Wellston both lost to Menford. Buckeyes 30-19, Wellston 21-6. And Wellston defeated Meigs 54-6, and the Buckeyes defeated Meigs 50-8 last week.
Yeah, a lot of even scores there. Sometimes you don't know, on those high scores, when your second team and so forth goes in, but Wellston's ready to play. I'm sure they're going to come out here and get a good drive.
Nobody's back there, and Wellston's going to have to pick it up inside the 5. I believe it's Harold running with it. He's going to get it out to just across the 20. And I thought for a minute nobody from Wellston was going to go get on that ball. Of course, in high school, if it reaches the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. But that ball died inside the 5, and it's anybody's football.
Yeah, and it's exactly, that's a live ball. If it looked like he was actually starting to walk toward the sidelines and finally turned around and picked the ball up.
Of course, the leading running back for Wellston, number 23, is Rex Harold. He's over 1,000 yards on the season. He did it last year.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of number 23 tonight.
Jordan Lackey, the quarterback, handed off on the right side to Philip Osborne, and he's dropped.
Ernie Perkins in on the tackle. And I tell you, Ernie was there quick. I don't know if Wellston might have had a missed blocking assignment because Ernie was in the backfield or about the same time Osborne got the ball.
It's going to be a loss of 1, it looks like. Wellston with the football on their own 20. 2nd down and 11.
And one thing I have noticed in the past, Wellston usually comes in and just really outweighs us on the front line, and I think we're pretty about the same size this year.
Hand off to Osborne once again, and he's knocked backwards.
Oh, we got
actually,
a
it's on the other side. The Buckeyes come away with it. It was a fake to Osborne, and I believe Harold fumbled the football. So Nelsonville-York has it. I'll tell you what, the Buckeyes were all over that play everywhere. I thought Osborne had it, and 2 or 3 Buckeyes just decked him right at the line of scrimmage. But the ball actually went to the far side of the field, and Wellston fumbles. The Buckeyes recover.
Hey, right now you can see the defensive backs of the Buckeyes. They're coming way up on the ball. We're not even going to look past right now.
Buckeyes at the Wellston 18, hand off to Cunningham on the left side, and he'll take it down to about the 16 on a gain of 2.
For a minute there, it looked like Cunningham actually had a nice hole, and it was covered up very quickly.
10.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes 7, Golden Rockets nothing. Nelsonville-York with an opportunity here to up the score after the Wellston fumble. 2nd down and 8 for Nelsonville-York at the 16 of Wellston. Hand off to Cunningham on the right side, breaks a tackle, but he's brought down inside the 15 to the 13. Looks like a pickup of about 3 for Cunningham.
It looked like Wellston had a nice hit in there. Looked like Joe Collins got to Cunningham really quick and put a good hit on him.
Buckeyes now facing 3rd down and about 4. Ball at about the 13 of Wellston. Of course, the Buckeyes in 4-down territory. Pitch out to Maiden, cuts it up, has running room. Brandon Maiden down inside the 5, marked right around the 4-yard line, maybe the 3, and the Buckeyes will have a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, what a good block out here by Cunningham, able to kick that defensive back out, and Brandon was able to get through there and pick up a nice 6-7 yards to get that 1st down.
1st and goal for the Buckeyes, officially marked at the 4-yard line. Out of the power I formation, Jolly, Cunningham, and Maiden in the backfield. Edwards takes the snap, hands it off to Maiden, looking for the hole. Diving towards the end zone, touchdown, Nelsonville-York.
Nice job up front by the Buckeye line, making great blocks, and Brandon able to find his way through there to the end zone.
13-0 Buckeyes. 9 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Trevor White will try to convert on a 2nd extra point attempt. It's up, and it is good. 9:07 remaining in the first quarter from Wellston High School. Buckeyes 14, Rockets 0. Trevor White will kick it away. Rex Harold, the deep man for Wellston, standing at the Golden Rocket 15.
Tell you, the Rockets right now have to be stunned. Buckeyes able to get that big fumble and then convert it into another 7 points is just outstanding.
And give the Buckeyes coaches some credit. The Buckeyes look like they're well prepared for this big contest. The kick is away by Trevor White. It'll be taken by Harold, but once again a flag down.
Tell you this, the side judge over here is really calling it tight. I kind of kept an eye on it. It looked like as soon as that ball was kicked, we stepped on the line, and I mean, it's that close.
So the Buckeyes will be backed up 5 yards for offsides once again on the kickoff. And that's really the only thing the Buckeyes have done wrong thus far. 2 offsides on the kickoffs, but we'll take a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff as long as we keep kicking it off.
Well, last time Trevor kicked one almost all the way to the end zone when we got penalized 5 yards. So we'll have to see where this one goes.
Of course, Buckeyes and the Rockets under new head coaches, Dave Boston Jr. for Nelsonville-York, Vic Wallace of Wellston, as Dave Lucas had to resign right before the season began, right before practice began, because of health concerns. This time it'll be taken on the far side by Gilman. Now he cuts it up to the middle, and he'll be taken down at the Wellston 36-yard line.
I see number 63, and that was Steve Young down on the first hit. Steve has pretty much been all over the place this year. We've seen him on the line, on offense, defensive end, and also on special teams.
And obviously very early in this game. 9 minutes to play in the first quarter, but you got to think Wellston feels like they need to do something with the football right here.
This is kind of resembles that Trimble game, us starting out 14-0 real quick. We'll just, hopefully we can hang on here and just keep scoring points.
Harold on the carry, and he'll take it out to about the 38 on a gain of a couple. Again, Rex Harold has rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons.
He's been kind of behind a couple of really good running backs at Wellston. Thomas Mays last year, and of course Brad Young, which is playing at OU. So this has been his year.
This time Harold splits out wide to this side. Back to pass is Lackey, thrown long over the middle, but that's overthrown to Philip Osborne. So Wellston will face a 3rd down and 8 from their own 38-yard line.
And outside of Nelsonville, I would probably guess that Wellston probably has even less passing attempts than the Buckeyes do, and they're probably really unfamiliar with throwing the football.
Well, Edwards and Lackey both coming into this game have thrown for made 47 pass attempts, but Lackey's been starting since game 1, and Edwards didn't come in till game 2 as the starting quarterback. So you're right, Wellston hasn't thrown as much as the Buckeyes have. 3rd down and 8 for Wellston from their own 38. Lackey back to pass, looking for receiver, throws, and it's picked up!
And he's going to go!
And he's going to take it down to the Wellston 30. Nick Hicks right there.
Tell you, Lackey threw that right into a crowd. It looked like we had some confusion over here. We had 2 Wellston receivers within 5 yards of each other, and we had 3 defensive backs. Great job by Nick, and one good thing, he covered that ball up. He felt the pressure behind him, and he definitely wasn't going to give it back to him.
Buckeyes up 14-0 here with 8:16 to play in the first quarter. They get another turnover this way by way of the interception. Handoff to Cunningham up the middle, and he'll dive inside the Wellston 30 to about the 26. Pickup of about 4 for Ryan Cunningham. Of course, Cunningham coming in with 505 yards rushing on the season, 7 touchdowns. Brandon Maiden, 716 yards rushing. Likewise, 7 touchdowns.
We got a great tandem in that backfield, and Cunningham's definitely has that fullback mentality, and he loves to get up there in the middle of the field.
Edwards back to pass, throws, and it's overthrown. The intended receiver, Eric Davis, as Edwards is knocked down after attempting the pass.
Even with a pass over his head, it still is. It's showing that the Buckeyes will throw the football, and Wellston's going to have to realize that, and they're going to be keeping them defensive backs back a little bit and opening up some of that run.
The ball resting right inside the Wellston 27. The Buckeyes again in 4-down territory. It's 3rd down and 6. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. Edwards looking for a receiver, throwing long towards Chad Barry, goes up for it, and it's knocked away by Wellston. Nice play by the quarterback of Wellston, playing defense, Jordan Lackey, playing at safety position, and Chad Barry nearly wrestled that ball in, even though he was hit as it arrived.
I tell you, if Chad would have hooked it up about 10 yards, he would have definitely been able to pick up that first down. Lackey's playing way off the football right now, and eventually it might be there later in this game.
So now it's 4th and 6 for the Buckeyes. At the Wellston 27, they'll go out of the power I. Fake handoff. Edwards runs it around the end, but he's not going to make it. Wellston comes up with the defensive play to hold on down, so the Buckeyes unable to take advantage of the Nick Hicks interception. Wellston will have first down on their own 25. Actually, they'll mark it now at about the 24.
Hey, Jay got a lot closer than I thought he was going to get that. It was a good fake inside and drew that defensive end in, and outside linebacker was able to get to the ball pretty quick.
So Wellston now with their third possession. Each of the first two resulted in a turnover. The first one a fumble, the second one on 3rd and long, an interception. Handoff comes to Harold. Has some running room this time. And he'll be knocked out at the Wellston 40-yard line.
A little outside trap over here, and I tell you, we actually hit him in the backfield. He had to jump over a lineman. I tell you, he's a good running back.
That'll be a 16-yard pickup for Rex Harold. Wellston's first down of the evening. Buckeyes leading 14-0. 7 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Osborne at fullback, Harold at tailback, Lackey at quarterback for Wellston. First down and 10 from the Wellston 40. Harold with the handoff, and he's tripped up, taken down by the Buckeyes' Jed McClain.
And we've had outstanding work out of our linebackers this year, and Jed and Chad have made a great a move from defensive end positions, and they've done nothing but improve week in, week out at linebacker.
Pickup of about 4 for Harold. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Rockets on their own 43-yard line. Jordan Lackey at center for Wellston. Hands it off on this side of the field, and the running back's dropped right at the 45. A short gain of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Wellston.
Like Jed McClain to get in on the tackle. Got a big 3rd down and 4 here for Nelsonville-York.
Wellston with the football on their own 45. And as you said, 3rd down and 4 for the Rockets. Buckeyes up 14-0 in the early going. Lackey over center. It's a pitch out to Harold on the right side, and he's looking for some running room. He's not going to find it. In fact, it's going to be a loss.
Hey, you got to give a lot of credit to Ernie Perkins again. Ernie was in the backfield and made him change his route, and I'll tell you, and then you had Charlie Wynn came up and turned that back inside, and nice job, clean that play up.
5 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Wellston will have to punt it on 4th and about 7.
You got Ryan Cunningham and Maiden back deep.
Nice high punt for Wellston. There's not a Buckeye around it. Buckeyes will let it roll. And Wellston will down it inside the Buckeye 20, right around the 17-yard line. So this will be the worst field position for the Buckeyes tonight as they lead 14-0. A couple other big games around the area tonight. Just like this battle for the Ohio Division, there's a battle for the Hawking Division of the TVC. It's Trimble at Fed Hawk. Trimble at 6-1, 2-0 in the league. Federal Hawking 4-3 overall and 2-0 in the Hawking Division.
Federal Hawking gives Trimble the same look that we did. They're going to be big up front, and they're going to try to run the ball right at Trimble.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line. Hand off to Maiden on the left side. And he's going to cross the 20 and get it out to about the 22. Pickup of close to 5 for Brandon Maiden. Be a gain of maybe 4. Kind of hard from our angle to see exactly where they spotted that football, but it looks like right around the 22. 2nd down and called a long 5 for the Buckeyes. Hand off to Cunningham, and he dives across the 25, close to the 27. The Buckeyes will be facing third down, but it'll be third down and about a yard.
Look like Lackey in on the tackle for Wellston.
Ball resting at the Buckeye 27. Third down and 1 for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes out of the I formation, trying to pick up the first down. Hand off to Cunningham, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, it's going to be awful close.
Have to wait and see where they...
We're in a bad angle.
Officials looking it over, and he's saying it's fourth down. They're not going to measure. And now they will measure. I believe the Buckeye coaching staff asked for a measurement just to see how much yardage they need to pick up.
You know, it looks like we might have lost a little bit on that. Wellston was in the gaps and hit the gaps awful quick, and it don't look like Cunningham even made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Beautiful night for high school football. And they pull it, and it looks like the Buckeyes are about a foot and a half shy of the first down, and they will have to punt it away.
I think this is a good choice the Buckeye staff, coaching staff is doing right here. We, at this time, definitely don't want to give Wellston the ball and get their momentum back, and I think it's a good decision right here to punt the ball away.
Buckeyes on fourth down, and about a half yard will punt it away back on their own 27. Brandon Maiden will punt it. Osborne back deep for Wellston, along with Steve Gilman. Nice snap. Nice kick by Brandon Maiden. Gilman fumbles it, and the Buckeyes have it at the Wellston 41-yard line, recovered by Stephen Young.
You know, earlier in the year, I had made some comments. You know, first couple of games, we just didn't have the ball bounce our way. And I tell you, the last 2 or 3 games, we've been getting those big interceptions and those fumble recoveries. And, you know, it's made a big impact on this Buckeye football team.
3 minutes, 14 seconds to play in the opening quarter here at Wellston. Buckeyes lead 14-0. First down and 10. At the Wellston 41-yard line. Pitch out, Brandon Maiden coming to this side. Brandon cuts it up, spins, and takes it down to about the 31 of Wellston, close to a 10-yard pickup.
Nice job by Brandon. I tell you, he really hits that hole nice and quick.
Be a gain of 9, brings up 2nd and 1 for Nelsonville-York.
Looks like Josh Osborne made the tackle, and I tell you, Brandon put a nice hit on him when he came up there and made that tackle.
Buckeyes 2nd and 1. Hand off to Cunningham, and he takes it inside the 30 to about the 28. Did a good job of holding onto the football. Looked like it might have been a little bobble on the exchange there, but Cunningham takes it forward for a Buckeye first down to the Wellston 28-yard line.
See, I'm really surprised right now we haven't had the Wellston coaching staff try to call timeout and get their football team up. They're really down right now, and the sidelines is quiet, and the Buckeyes are just continuously driving this football.
Now the I formation, Buckeyes 1st and 10. Hand off Brandon Maiden, and he's got nowhere to go. The flag comes in.
Might have a face mask because it was an awful late flag.
They're calling holding on Nelsonville-York, and whoever held didn't do a good job of it. As 3 Rockets came through. And
you know, I seen Joey Martin trying to pull on this side, and he was covered. It didn't look like the fullback got there quick enough to fill that gap, and that's what started the whole play, and I'm not sure where that holding came from.
And Wellston will take the penalty. Be a 10-yarder against the Buckeyes. Back to the Wellston 42-yard line, where it'll be first down and about 20. Buckeyes out of the I formation with a wide receiver split out on each side. Edwards back to pass. Throwing along on the right side to Jolly. And he pulls it in. He pulls it in for the touchdown.
I'll tell you, I don't know what to say. David Jolly has just had 2 outstanding catches the last 2 weeks. And he just made another circus catch.
David Jolly, just a sophomore, one of these young bucks. And as you said, he made a spectacular catch last week to come down with a long one. Wellston had good coverage, but Jolly would not be denied. Trevor White for the extra point. A flag is down as White connects.
I think we're going to have offsides on Wellston. Of course, I haven't been right tonight on a penalty, so I might not be right this time.
Looks like it will be on the Rockets. Offsides on Wellston. It's declined. Extra point is good. Ladies and gentlemen, 1:41 remaining in the first quarter. Nelsonville-York 21, Wellston nothing. I'll tell you what, I'd like to be at some of these other games when they announce this score in the first quarter. Yeah, open some eyes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people after that first couple games when Buckeyes are just trying to adapt to, a new system, new coaching staff, and things went a little bit slow, and we weren't getting the right bounces, and now all of a sudden we're sitting here, we're on the verge of a high division title, possible playoff berth, and I think a lot of people are probably stunned right now.
But obviously we still got 3 quarters to play. The Buckeyes just need to keep playing.
Yeah, because Rex Harold, he's been a great back all year, and you don't have 1,000 yards on your 7th game, just being an average back. He's a great, outstanding back, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of him still.
Well, obviously you'd like to get Wellston in this position, a come-from-behind position. They like to run the football. They don't like to pass it that often. But obviously it's still too early to abandon their game plan, but if things don't change before long, Wellston's going to have to start throwing the football if we get into the second half and the Buckeyes are still rolling.
Yeah.
Wellston ball carrier taken down on the kickoff return at about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 31 of Wellston. Tell you, the Buckeyes grabbed mighty momentum on that first play of the game, and thus far they haven't looked back. Lytton County and Belpre tied at 8 right now.
And of course Belpre, they had the bad loss of their main running back, had his knee surgery, and so they'll be without his services the rest of the year.
Handoff straight up the middle to Philip Osborne, and he'll take it out to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7 for Wellston.
Of course, this is what we like to see out of Wellston right now, and they're just going to run that ball up the middle of the field and let that clock tick.
Minute 8 remaining in the first quarter. Harold takes it on the right side. Nice hard running by Rex Harold as he'll take it out to the 45 and pick up the Wellston first down.
Charlie Wynn had on the tackle, and Charlie's nice hit by Charlie, and Rex put his head down and gave it right back to him, and looked like a backside trap, and was able to pick up about 8-9 yards.
.48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Wellston first down and 10 on their own 44 where they spot it. Now the I formation. Fake handoff to Harold. Lackey back to pass, throws, and it's caught by Osborne. Nice catch. And nice run by Osborne as he was stuck by David Jolly, but he just spun off the hit and takes it to the Buckeye 45. It looks like another Wellston first down.
They had David come up and make that hit, and Osborne's a big boy. David's just got to get a little bit lower and go for take the knees out instead of trying to hit him up top.
Philip Osborne, of course, he's a senior, comes in at 5'9" and 188 pounds. Actually, he looks a little bigger than that.
Yes, he does. He looks like he's probably right close to more like that 195, 200-pound range.
Wellston in Buckeye territory at the 45. Handoff to Harold on the right side, and he's stuffed.
Ernie Perkins, and looks like number 88 for the Buckeyes, Chad Berry, in on the tackle.
And that'll be the final play of the first quarter here at C.H. Jones Field in Wellston, Ohio. The first quarter belonged to the Buckeyes. It's 21-0. Ready for second quarter action. Wellston second down and about 11. At the Buckeye 45, Harold to pick up 2, or to bring up 3rd and 9 at the 44.
Now, Kenny Handa got some good pressure in the backfield, and Harold had to try to cut it up inside and lost his footing, and he's able to pick up that 2 yards he lost on that last play.
So Wellston, 3rd down and 9 at the Nelsonville-York 44-yard line. Buckeyes trying to force the Rockets into a punting situation. Rockets out of the I formation with Osborne at fullback, Harold at tailback, Lackey at quarterback. Lackey back to pass, throws out on the left side. Let's see if he can get the first down. The answer is no. He'll get it to the Buckeye 41, and that's it.
Steve Young and David Jolly on the tackle, and I think right now, I believe Wellston might go ahead and go for this. And being down 21 points, they need some sort of momentum, and I think they might go for it.
It's a 4th down and about 6 at the Buckeye 41. And let's see what Wellston will do. It looks like they will punt it away. At least they're in punting formation. A couple years ago down here at Wellston, they faked the punt. Brad Young did and went with it for a long one. Nice punt. Jolly will let that one fall, and hopefully it'll get in the end zone, and it hops in there for a touchback.
Nice decision by David Jolly. He could see how it was going to go in the end zone and give the Buckeyes ball out at the 20-yard line.
Again, I mentioned 2 big other games around the area tonight. We mentioned the Trimble at Fed Hawk, Logan at Athens. Both teams 2-1 in the SEOAL. Logan 4-3 overall, Athens 6-1. Of course, a big rivalry game.
Yeah, that game is just like every rivalry you look at. You throw the records out, and whoever plays best that night's going to win.
So the Buckeyes 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, up 21-0. Opening minute of the second quarter. Flags fly.
Hey, flags went down before the Buckeyes even got to play, and that might be maybe a mouthpiece. Yes.
I believe you're right. Yeah, it looks like it is an equipment violation on Nelsonville-York. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Back to the 15 where it's 1st and 15. Jay Edwards at quarterback. Handoff coming to the side to Cunningham, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
A little misdirection, and Wellston wasn't fooled at all. Linebacker stayed home and stepped up, made a big hit.
Joel Collins, the leading tackler on that play. He's a 5'6", 269-pound senior.
Yeah, I believe Wellston has a number of seniors this year on their team and was expecting a lot of big things from them.
Of course, the last few years they've had some big linemen.
Yeah, this is one of the smallest Wellston teams I've seen in probably 4 or 5 years.
And they're still pretty big. Cunningham takes it on the right side, and he'll gain a couple out to the Buckeye 17, where it's going to bring up a 3rd and long, a 3rd and 13 for Nelsonville-York. Nine minutes, 40 seconds to play in the first half. We have to lean back and then lean forward to see the clock, as there's a pole that's strategically placed out through there, blocking our view somewhat. Buckeyes 3rd and 13. Option coming this side. Maiden's got it, turns the corner, and Brandon Maiden's got a Buckeye. First down on a 3rd and 13 option play.
I tell you, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Jay Edwards. He took that ball all the way to number 8 Number 8 had no idea where to go, and he made the right pitch, and then Brandon was able to pick up a nice 12, 13 yards for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes first down and 10 on their own 36. Big play. Gets the Buckeyes out of the hole. 21-0 Buckeyes here in the second quarter. Out of the power I, Buckeyes on 1st and 10. Brandon Maiden takes the handoff, but it's going to be for a 2-yard loss.
Looks like that play took a little bit of time to develop, and number 56 for the Rockets was in there as soon as Brandon touched the ball. He was bringing him down.
Actually, it's a 3-yard loss. Back to the 33-yard line where it's 2nd and 13. David Jolly bringing in the play for the Buckeyes. Other games around the area. Alexander at Meigs. Alexander looking for that elusive first win in the Ohio Division. They got a shot tonight, but it's at Pomeroy. Out of shotgun, Jay Edwards being rushed. Now throws it out. It's got Brandon Maiden. He's got some blockers. Brandon Maiden has one man to beat. And Brandon Maiden being chased by Osborne, and he's in.
Nice little screen set up on the outside. Perfect pass by Jay. And once Brandon got in the open field, you can see Chad Berry waving for him to come this way to set up that block. And what a night for the Buckeyes.
That'll go for about 67 yards. Much like the first play of the game for Nelsonville-York on the halfback pass. But this time, instead of Maiden throwing it, he caught it from Jay Edwards. Trevor White will try to stay perfect on his extra point attempts. He puts it up, and Trevor White 4 for 4 on extra points, and the Buckeyes lead 28-0. 8 minutes, 4 seconds to play before halftime. Trevor White ready to kick another one away. Rex Harold back deep for Wellston to receive the kickoff. White approaches and puts his foot to it. It's going to come to Rex Harold right around the 15. He bobbles it but picks it up. Crossing the 20 on the left side. Rex Harold with all that speed knocked out of bounds right around the Buckeye 36.
Yeah, it looks like
the Wellston 36, pardon me.
Yeah, it looked like Wellston tried to set up a wall on their side and got some good initial blocking, and then Kenny Handa and David Jolly was able to break through and make a tackle, push him out of bounds. Now, I want to go back and comment, what a pass by Jay Edwards. You have 4 or 5 huge linemen running at you, and you throw the ball off your back foot, make a perfect pass, and to set up a screen.
You talked earlier how he carries out the option so well. That way, that time he carried that pass out so well because you don't want to throw it too soon. But he waited till there's just breathing down his neck to release the football, and it was wide open for Nelsonville-York. Jordan Lackey's going to go down for a big loss. Kenny Handa and Jed McClain all over it, but Kenny Handa is down.
Kenny got rolled on by one of our own players, I believe. And
another huge loss for Wellston on the play. It's going to be a loss of about 8, but again, Kenny Handa down, and we have an injury timeout. Kenny Handa walks off the field with a little bit of assistance. Looks like it might have been an ankle. Hopefully he'll be okay. Handoff on the left side to Harold, and not much doing there for the Rockets. He'll take it to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of a couple.
Look like Steve Young on tackle for Nelsonville-York. Kenny's he's a tough kid, and I'm sure he's going to try to bounce back as quick as he can.
Of course, Kenny Handa plays that wing-back position a lot, him and David Jolly, and Kenny scored a touchdown last week. He not only runs the ball a few times for the Buckeyes, but he also catches some passes.
And he's had
plays
a great
defensive end position. Back to pass, Lackey throwing long on the left side. The Buckeyes are all over it as far as pass coverage. And Wellston will have to punt it away on 4th down and about 16.
And I tell you, the Buckeyes, excellent pass coverage that time. We had 3 Buckeyes right around that football, and I'm really surprised we didn't come up with an interception on that. David Jolly had a good attempt, too, just slightly out of his reach.
Brandon Maiden and Ryan Cunningham back deep for the Buckeyes to receive the Wellston punt. Buckeyes had too many on the field, but David Jolly jogs off. 6:47 to play before halftime as Wellston punts it away. It's a bad snap. See if the Buckeyes can get back there. And they're going to cover it up back at the 10-yard line.
I tell you, Steve Young, he got back there quick. I could see him running and able to trip up the punter for Wellston. And what great field position the Buckeyes are going to have again.
I tell you what, the Buckeyes have come down to Wellston, and they brought the buzzsaw. That's what Wellston has run into tonight.
And I tell you, Buckeyes push one in right here, and you're going to see a bunch of heads hit the floor real quick.
Buckeyes up 28-0. Late here in the first half, handoff Ryan Cunningham, and he's not going to get much. He'll get maybe 2 to the 8.
Of course, right now, with Kenny being out of the game, I see Charlie Wynn running in plays. I seen Jay sprint over because no one else to run the play in, and now I see Charlie running in.
Brings up a 2nd and goal situation for the Buckeyes right around the 8-yard line. Cunningham and Maiden in the backfield. Jay Edwards at quarterback. Handoff goes to Cunningham, left side, dives inside the 5 to about the 4 on a pickup of 4.
Looks like Collins again on the tackle for the Rockets.
Of course, the Buckeyes have a weapon in Trevor White who can kick the ball. They're well within his range, but the Buckeyes thinking 7 here.
Oh, yeah. We got a timeout now by Nelsonville, but what damage this would do if the Buckeyes push in for another 6 points.
The Buckeyes up 28-0 here with 5 minutes, 21 seconds to play in the first half. Down on the 4-yard line of Wellston, and the Buckeyes had another trip up the field where they was at the Wellston 25 and they got held on downs.
Yeah, we had a holding penalty that pushed us back on that series, and we couldn't make up that yardage. And this is going to be a great opportunity right here for Nelsonville-York.
Of course, Wellston has to feel whatever can go wrong will go wrong tonight, but obviously give the Buckeyes a lot of credit because they're making a lot of this stuff happen. Of course, the first play of the game, as we said earlier, they went out and got momentum on a halfback pass to begin this game, and it went for a 67-yard touchdown, and the Buckeyes haven't looked back.
From that play, right, they haven't looked back. The crowd's been into the game, and you see how many people from Nelsonville brought this crowd down here today, and this is huge down here tonight for Nelsonville-York.
3rd and goal, Buckeyes at the 4 of Wellston. That's an option pitch out to Maiden. He cuts it back, but Wellston covers it up. Now, it's at the 5-yard line, it looks to be. Let's see if the Buckeyes will kick the field goal, and they will, as Trevor White will jog out onto the field.
This will be interesting here. Usually the ball gets placed in the middle of the football field on your extra point, and Buckeyes run to the short side, so now Trevor's going to have to make that kick from the hash mark.
Trevor White will kick it. It'll be about a 22-yard attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Trevor White.
You know, that's someone else. You think about it, start of the year, he was getting his extra points, but look at the distance he's putting on them now.
He boomed that through, and of course it was just about 3 yards further than an extra point. But as you said, the extra points have been even deep for Trevor. He's really booming the ball, and of course he's been accurate. 31-0, Nelsonville-York, just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Just like to remind you that you're watching the Buckeyes all over Wellston on Nelsonville TV Cable's Channel 15. Locally owned, we're here because we care. And we love to follow the Bucks.
That we do, and I've mentioned it a couple times. You get a chance to look at this crowd we've brought down here tonight. This is a nice long trip for Nelsonville-York, and we've brought a bunch of people.
This one's taken by Gilman. He'll take it to the left side, looking for a place to run, and he's got to be knocked down back at the 22 of Wellston.
Once again, you can see all the Wellston setting up that wall on that far side, and the Buckeyes just beat the Rockets to their place on the field. And once again, we're going to put the Rockets deep in their own territory.
So the Rockets, first down and 10, they'll mark it right at the 23. Wellston will just try to get something going here. The Buckeyes will try to stop them once again. Osborne on the left side will cross the 25 and take it to about the 27. Gain of about 5 for Philip Osborne, the fullback. And again, as we said earlier, as this game goes on, Wellston, obviously nobody likes to be in this kind of situation, but when you got a conservative offense, as Wellston does, it makes it that much more difficult to come back.
Yeah, they're going right to the Buckeyes' strength, and that's their run defense. Jed McLean and number 69, I think that's John McCullough on the tackle.
Gain of a couple to the 30, where it's going to bring up third down and a long 2 for Wellston.
And as we mentioned, the time just keeps dwindling off that clock as the Rockets just try to run the football right now.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to play before halftime. 31-0 Buckeyes. Wellston, third down and a long 2 at their own 30. Hand off on the left side. It's a first down. Harold will take it out to the 35, maybe to the 36.
David Jolly on the tackle along with Ricky Craig.
So the Rockets pick up a first down on 3rd and 2. Clock running again with the movement of the chains. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Rockets out of the I formation. Hand off to Harold on the left side. And he's hit by David Jolly, and he's brought down after he crossed the 40.
Eric Davis also in on that tackle for the Buckeyes. And
it's going to be a gain of 4 for Rex Harold, where it'll be 2nd and 6 for Wellston. The clock continues to run. 2:50 to play first half. Golden Rockets, 2nd down and 6 on their own 41. Pitch out, left side to Harold. Cuts the corner, and he takes it into Buckeye territory at the 46-yard line. That's a first down on a gain of about 10.
Yeah, it looks like they ran an old counter tray. I seen 2 linemen pull, and I tell you, the Lackey's got some good speed. He was able to get down the field. Looks like he picked up a good 12, 13 yards on that play.
So Wellston trying to do something with the football before they go into the locker room at halftime. 2:25 to play in the second quarter. First down and 10 Wellston at the Buckeye 46. Hand off to Osborne on the left side, and he has a nice run to the Buckeye 35. And that looks like that'll be another Wellston first down.
And I tell you, I see Coach Boston Jr. over here. He wants a timeout, and Wellston just moving the ball right now. Too many yards.
Well, obviously, as we said earlier, the Buckeyes up 31-0, and Wellston again with a conservative offense, but you can't.
No, you definitely don't.
He's up now.
You don't want to give Wellston the opportunity to get their momentum back. You get a touchdown
they got the ball
here
coming out in the second half, Wellston does.
Exactly. They get that ball back, and before you know it, you could be looking at a 16-31 game, and they're right back in it. So I think it's a great timeout here by Coach Wellston, and get the Buckeye defense back up.
Timeout on the field, 2:17 to play before halftime, 31-0, Nelsonville-York. First down and 10, Wellston at the Nelsonville-York 36-yard line. Handoff to Harold on this side, and he's tripped up as he dives inside the Buckeye 35, close to the 32, a gain of close to 4.
Okay, Wellston's really coming off the ball good right now, and you can see they're pulling a guard almost on every play and trapping. And
1:55 to play in the first half. Second down and 6 for Wellston at the Buckeye 32. Lackey this time drops straight back to pass. It looked like he's throwing it out to the left, and he does to Osborne, but he's hit and dropped. It's going to be a loss. Now Osborne breaks away, and a flag comes in.
They're going to call a penalty, and I think they're going to call it on Jed McClain, but Osborne was continuously running too, and I think they're going to get Jed.
Officials talking things over. Personal foul on Nelsonville-York, so the Buckeyes don't need that. Minute 34 to play in the first half, up 31-0. Buckeyes had a nice defensive play there, but they give it up with the personal foul call, and that's going to take it down to the Buckeye 19-yard line, where Wellston will have it 1st and 10. The Buckeyes need to stiffen here. Osborne at fullback, Harold at tailback, 1st and 10, Wellston at the 19 of Nelsonville-York. Harold to the outside, and Jed McClain takes him down on the far side of the field after a gain of a couple.
I also think that might have been Chad Berry also in on that tackle. Hey, Harold turns that corner awful quick, and they got a good block on our defensive end that time. And hey, Chad was able to get out there and make that tackle and keep it from going the distance.
Minute 28 to play. The clock is stopped. Second down and 8. Handoff on a counter play to the left side, and the running back is hit and dropped immediately. That was Noah Waldron on the carry.
And that was John McCullough on the tackle, and I think we're going to have a timeout now by the Rockets.
And that's going to be about a yard loss. We're to bring up 3rd down and about 7 for Wellston, as we have 1 minute, 17 seconds to play.
And we just had a big
in
score.
The first half.
Yeah, we just had a big score over the intercom here, and Logan is up on Athens right now at the half, 14-10.
Again, that's one of those big rivalry games, even though you feel Athens has the better team, but a lot of emotion plays in those kind of games.
Coach Amex, I'm sure, had the Chieftains fired up, knowing that the Bulldogs are really doing a great job right now, and he's brought them in there and got them up right now on the scoreboard, 14-10.
Of course, the loser of that game will be hurting to gain any kind of SEOAL championship with 2 losses, and Gallipolis has yet to lose.
And Gallipolis looks awful good right now, too.
Wellston, 3rd down and about 7. Handoff to Osborne up the middle. And the Buckeyes will take him down right around the 10-yard line.
I've seen Nick Hicks and David Jolly on the tackle for the Buckeyes, and he's going to be really close to that 1st down marker.
Now they stop the clock with 1 minute and 1 second to play in the first half, as Wellston calls a timeout, where it'll be 4th down and about 1 for the Rockets.
I think they might come out, and it don't look like they're going to measure. I thought maybe they would actually try to measure it and save that timeout.
Big play right here. The Buckeyes can hold and take this shutout into the locker room at halftime. Obviously, Wellston wants to get something on the board, get a little bit of momentum, what they can. And, of course, as we said, they'd have the ball coming out in the second half. They'd hope to put together another drive there, but
I definitely think
we're going to snuff it out right here.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Philip Osborne right up the middle of the football field. And you're looking at 4th down and 1. I don't think they're going to take the chance of turning and giving it to Rex Harold 4 yards deep. So I think you're just going to see a nice quick dive, and which line gets on what line first.
31-0 Buckeyes. Wellston 4th down and 1 at the Buckeye 10. A minute remaining here in the first half. Lackey at quarterback. And the ball's loose. And even if the Buckeyes don't have it, it looks like Wellston will not get the first down. The Buckeyes recover.
I tell you, the Rockets cannot get anything to go their way tonight, and you got to give a lot of credit to Buckeye offense and defense. They're making a lot of things happen tonight.
And I look for the Buckeyes with the ball back on their own 10-yard line here. 57 seconds left in the first half, up 31-0. Very conservative.
I don't think we'll see any screen passes or anything right now out of Jay. Oh, we have a fumble.
And the ball's picked up by Wellston. And Wellston will have it at the Buckeye 5. And the Buckeyes obviously in that situation could have taken a knee, but they decide to hand the ball off, and the Buckeyes cough it up. So Wellston will have it.
I tell you, that ball went shooting out there. It went about 6 or 7 yards, and I don't know even if Jay actually got the ball.
Josh Osborne was the one that picked up that fumble, returns it to the Buckeye 4. We got 50 seconds left in the first half.
I tell you, this is a good opportunity here for the Rockets to get on this board. Oh, we got to have motion on.
Pitch out to Harold on the left side. And Harold is taken down. I don't see any flags. And now Wellston will call another timeout with 40 seconds remaining. No gain on the play. Wellston will have it 2nd and goal at the Buckeye 4.
You know, I saw number 50 here pulling from his far side, and it really looked like he was way out of his stance before the snap of that football.
Timeout on the field by the Rockets with 40 seconds to play in the first half. Buckeyes 31, Rockets nothing. I believe the Rockets are now out of timeout. 40 seconds remaining. It's 2nd and goal at the Buckeye 4. Lackey at quarterback. Hands it off to Osborne up the middle. Dives forward. He's in for a Wellston touchdown.
Hey, Wellston has had a lot of success right there. That's just a little quick trap with your fullback, and you know he's been constantly picking up probably 4 or 5 yards, and this time he's able to go in for the touchdown.
So it's 31-6 Buckeyes. See if Wellston kicks the extra point or goes for 2 since they're down by so much, 25 points. Looks like they will go for 2. The Buckeyes cough it up at their own 10-yard line, picked up by Wellston, taken to the 4, and 2 plays later, Wellston takes it in. They're going for 2. Lackey rolling, looking for a receiver, throws across the middle, and Jolly knocks it away. So big 2-point conversion defensively for the Buckeyes as it comes up short for Wellston. 38 seconds to play in the first half. It's 31-6 Nelsonville-York. So the Buckeyes are guarding against the onside kick.
Yeah, you know, Wellston's in a no-loss opportunity here. You know, just kick it, and
they'll just kick it deep towards Brandon Maiden. Maiden knocks it down and picks it up at the 10, and he'll just knee it right there. And so the Buckeyes will have it right there with 35 seconds to play in the first half. And we'll probably see Jay Edwards doing the same thing. Wellston unable to stop the clock. 31-6 Buckeyes here in the first half. Buckeyes have come down to Wellston and They've looked impressive on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you look at the whole first half, and Buckeyes really didn't make any mistakes till that last play right there, and actually let Wellston get on the scoreboard.
Jay Edwards takes the knee as the clock runs at 30 seconds. Let's see if the Buckeyes will have to run one more play or if that'll do it for the first half.
That should do it. We shouldn't have to run another play.
And now they start the play clock with 20 seconds remaining, and I believe both teams will head to the locker room. Clock now at 10 seconds. 31-6 Buckeyes here at C.H. Jones Field in Wellston, Ohio. And the Buckeyes get a nice standing ovation.
A well-deserved ovation. What a first half the Buckeyes have put up tonight.
We've reached halftime here at Wellston High School. The Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York have come in to dominate the first half. They lead the Rockets of Wellston 31-6 at halftime. And we had a delay of game penalty on Wellston to begin the second half. They did their lights out show for the band, where the band wears their lights on their uniforms. The lights are turned off here, and of course it takes a while for these lights to come back on, and they did not quite come back on in time. Trevor White kicks it away. Wellston will try to run it down, but it goes into the end zone, and the Buckeyes with the touchback.
A great way to start the second half. Nice kick by Trevor, and it always seems like we come down to Wellston and we get that light show, and umpire officials made a good call. Anytime your game is delayed, the team has to be penalized for it. And
of course, the Buckeyes turned out the lights on Wellston in the first quarter before they literally turned them off at halftime.
Yeah, this is going to be a big series here for the Buckeye defense. Try to get Wellston offense off the field and keep them from getting another point on the board here after getting that one right before the half.
Hand off to Harold on the left side, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Back at the 18.
I see Ricky Craig and Steve Young on the tackle, and that's the way we want to start this second half.
Athens has come back to take the lead on Logan, the last we heard, and Federal Hocking leading Trimble.
Well, it's a close
ball game.
That was. I just got the score on the way up, and now it's 28-17 Trimble.
Oh.
And so that quick offense of the Tomcats is now struck.
And it sounded like Federal was up by a couple touchdowns early.
Yeah, they were.
Trimble came back. Lackey back to pass, and it falls incomplete as Hicks on coverage.
We had good pressure in there by Jed McLean. He was able to hit Lackey, and we still almost picked that ball off. It looked like maybe David Jolly was back there on the pass defense.
And Sean Weiss, the intended receiver. And Wellston now facing third down and 11, back on their own 19-yard line. So this is, as you said, an important stop for the Buckeyes right off the bat.
And
after Wellston scores right before halftime, they come out with the ball to begin the second half, but it's third and 11. Wellston on their own 19. Jordan Lackey at quarterback. And he fakes the handoff, being rushed by Ernie Perkins, throws down the field, and it's knocked down by Eric Davis.
That's a great play by Eric Davis. He just stayed right behind the receiver and just waited, and that pass is in the air, and he just jumped up and knocked it down.
And Josh Osborne, the intended receiver, he's just a sophomore for the Rockets. He's 6 foot, 159 pounds, big wide receiver out there. So the Buckeye defense does the job. They come out and hold Wellston to 3 and out.
I did get some news on Kenny Handa, which got hurt late in that first half. It looked like
high snap. Of course, Wellston had a bad snap earlier on the punt. The Buckeyes will let that one roll, and that's going to turn out to be a dandy punt for Wellston.
Yeah, nice roll by the punter there.
52 yards with the roll.
I did get some good news on Kenny Handa, which got hurt late in that second quarter, and he's going to be sitting out the rest of this game and icing his knee down. It looks like, from what the trainer said, looks like just a sprain. So, good thing is Kenny will be able to ice down tonight and get ready for that big game against Belpre next week.
So the Buckeyes, with their first possession of the second half, they lead 31-6 here.
Tell you that we don't really have a lot of stats for the Buckeyes. We just had a lot of quick strikes for Nelsonville.
Cunningham takes the handoff on the right side, but Wellston all over it. And that's going to be a loss for Nelsonville-York of a couple.
Cunningham in the first half had 26 yards on 9 carries, and Brandon Maiden chipped in with 38 yards for 6 carries, and we had Jay Edwards had 2 big pass receptions to Davis for 70 yards and to Maiden for 67-yard touchdowns.
10 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes with a second down and a short 12. Brandon Maiden is hit, and he's dropped for a loss. The Wellston defense has come out fired up.
Yeah, a little bit different in the first half. What front line of that Wellston Rocket defense now is really coming off the ball. Linebackers are hitting the gaps hard on stunts, and they're getting in our backfield before we can really even get the ball.
So the Buckeyes third down and 13 now. Back on their own 26-yard line. Jay Edwards at quarterback. Option coming this side. Edwards keeps it himself and dives out to the Buckeye 30 on a gain of about 4, and the Buckeyes will have to punt it away on 4th and 9. Brandon Maiden will kick it back deep. For the Rockets is Steve Gilman, along with Philip Osborne.
Rockets ought to come out with good field position on this punt.
Nice snap. Brandon Maiden gets the kick away. Taking a Buckeye bounce, and now bounces back for the Rockets, and Wellston will have it right around their own 39.
Steve Young down the ball for the Buckeyes.
9 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the third quarter. 31-6 Buckeyes.
Buckeyes had a good stand first series on defense, and we'll have to see how they do here. Rockets definitely got to start getting some momentum and moving that football, and Buckeye defense was really tough that first series.
Wellston breaks huddle. Philip Osborne at fullback, Rex Harold at tailback, Jordan Lackey at quarterback. First down and 10, Wellston. Handoff to Osborne up the middle, has some running room, crosses midfield into Buckeye territory to about the 47-yard line. That's a gain of about 12 for Philip Osborne.
That was a play they had a lot of success for in the first half, and Osborne just following that pulling guard and was able to pick up 12 yards.
First down and 10 for the Rockets on the Buckeye side of the 50 at the 47. Jordan Lackey takes the snap, pitches it out to Rex Harold on the left side, trying to find the corner. And he's going to run out of bounds right at the 45 on a gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Looks like Charlie Wynn was able to come up and force him out of bounds, and I believe looks like Chad Berry was able to finish it up.
Again, Wellston with that slow-moving offense. It's effective, but again, when you need a lot of points with not much time, Wellston could be hurting, but there's still plenty of time in this game. Wellston's part of the third quarter.
Yeah, and they're definitely not going to stop fighting here. And right there, that play right there, they've had a lot of
nothing there for Philip Osborne. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I think that's the first time the Buckeyes have really been able to shut that quick trap down. Looked like Ernie Perkins, and I see Joey Martin coming up off the ground, and Ernie's had a good game so far tonight.
And Ernie's done a good job also stepping into that center position. Not an easy position to play. Third down and about 7 for the Rockets. Hand off to Harold on the left side, and that was a slow developing play, and Harold will pick up 3 to the Buckeye 40.
Hey, he's going to be...
they're going to give him about 4 yards.
Yeah, he's going to be close to that first down, and I wouldn't be surprised now to see Wellston go for it.
4th down and A short 3 for the Rockets at the Buckeye 40. We got 7 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the third quarter with the Buckeyes leading 31-6. Fourth down and a short 3 for the Rockets. Back to pass is Lackey. Looking for a receiver, not finding anybody. Throws it down the field. And let's see if he got it. I think it fell incomplete. And it did. It's hard to tell from this side of the field all the way to the other side, and we're not really sitting up that high to begin with.
No, it looked like Lackey had all day to pass the ball. Actually, that's the first time I haven't seen the Buckeyes apply any pressure, and the receiver just went right down the field and just about, I think he was just on the outside on the sidelines and just couldn't haul it in.
Looked like the pass was there, but it was one of those Willie Mays type catches. He's going to have to try to catch it over his head, and he wasn't able to pull it in, so the Buckeyes hold on downs. It's 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes on their own 40. Back to pass is Edwards throwing long towards Eric Davis, and there is interference coming in.
You could see that from the start. Wellston had no defensive backs in the middle of the football field. And I was waiting for Coach Boston to try to throw the ball up there, and nice play by Jay Edwards.
And of course, Wellston has to do some gambling. They figure Buckeyes up by 25 here in the third quarter. We'll probably just try to keep the clock moving and run the ball. And as you said, they bring a lot of people up to the line of scrimmage, and the Buckeyes take advantage of it.
And there was no one in the middle of the football field between the hash marks. And
the penalty goes against Wellston for pass interference. Nelsonville-York 1st and 10 at the Rocket 45. Seven minutes, 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes going out of the shotgun. Option play right, pitch out to Cunningham, and a flag comes in.
We're going to probably have a holding downfield on one of our wideouts.
Nice gain. The Buckeyes pick up about 7, but again, flag is down, and it is on Nelsonville-York. It is a hold.
Hey, that's an awful hard block for your wideout to do. Hold that block while you're running the option, and sometimes you get them arms out there too far, and officials are definitely going to call that holding penalty.
(31-6) Buckeyes. There's not much the battling Buckeyes has done wrong tonight.
Yeah, we played an excellent first half. The only thing we really did wrong, we had that fumble late with under a minute to go in the half, where Rockets was able to capitalize on that turnover and got on the board right before halftime.
Buckeyes now to be 1st and 13 after the penalty. Back at the Wellston 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. Back to pass, looking for a receiver, throwing along on the left side. And let's see if David Jolly came up with it. It falls incomplete.
Nice try by David. Ball was just underthrown a little bit. And I tell you, I thought that might have got picked off, and David made a good attempt to come back and get the ball.
So the Buckeyes with a 2nd and 13 at the 48 of Wellston. Six minutes, 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. Just a beautiful night for high school football here in...
You can't beat this weather in the middle of October.
Out of the shotgun, Jay Edwards. It's a draw play to Ryan Cunningham. Ryan Cunningham still battling. Takes it inside the Wellston 40.
Nice run by Ryan. Took 4 Rockets to bring him down, and
that's going to be a gain of about 8 for Ryan Cunningham, and they were hard-fought yards for Ryan Cunningham. And it sets up a 3rd and about 3 for Nelsonville-York. Ball at the Wellston 37-yard line. Buckeyes going out of the shotgun. Buckeyes showing Wellston a lot of different formations tonight. Option coming this side, pitch out to Cunningham, and he dives forward for a first down now, a late flag.
Very late flag down.
And if that would have came earlier, you would have thought maybe holding on the Buckeyes, but maybe it's a face mask since it came in so late.
I think we're going to have another holding penalty on the Buckeyes. And
it is holding on Nelsonville-York. Maybe he had trouble getting the flag out of his pocket. So Cunningham picks up the first down, but a penalty on the Buckeyes. They did have a 3rd and 3, and now they'll probably be facing about a 3rd and 13. Let's see where they mark it off to. It'll be back to the Wellston 46-yard line, where it will be 3rd and about 11. Buckeye crowd not liking the call, and of course, a lot of it has to do with it coming late. If you throw that flag when you see the hold happen, then
yeah, you know, we didn't get to see where everything.
Long pass on the right side, and it falls incomplete, nearly picked off by Josh Osborne of Wellston. So now the Buckeyes will probably punt it away, and they will on a 4th and 11 at the Wellston 46. Five minutes, 44 seconds to play in the third quarter. The score was 31-6 at halftime, and that's what it is right now. Brandon Maiden punts it away. Nice punt. Angles it towards the sideline, and I like that. Don't give them a chance to return it.
Put them deep in their own territory. It looks like they're going to have the ball somewhere around the 12-yard line.
Buckeyes, again, they've had great special teams this year. You've had a block punt to win the game at Fairfield Union. Buckeyes' first win, and then you had at Trimble a big win over the undefeated Tomcats. Cunningham with a kickoff and a punt return for a touchdown, and then against Vinton County, Brandon Maiden opens up the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown. The Buckeyes and Trevor White just booming the extra points through, has a field goal tonight.
Special points has really been a key this year for the Buckeyes, and a lot of times you just hope your offense does the job, but our special teams has definitely put some points on the board.
Ball's on the Wellston 9. Osborne gets the pitch, and he made a nice move to get away from trouble.
And Steve Young had him deep, just kind of overran the play a little bit, and Osborne was able to step back, and looks like he might pick up about 8-9 yards on the play.
Of course, we talked about Harold rushing for over 1,000 yards last year, and so far this year, Philip Osborne came into the game with 572 yards rushing. He had 116 a week ago against Belpre. So they're much like the Buckeyes with the Cunningham and Maiden, two great backs. Wellston also with two really good backs.
A lot of senior leadership right there on the Wellston Rocket side of the football. And
first down and 10 for Wellston. Ball on their own 19-yard line. Handoff goes to the far side of the field, and I believe that was Waldron on the carry. Not much there for him.
No, you had Jed McClain and David Jolly made good tackle on that far side of the field, and I don't think they were fooled that much.
And I say not much, but it looks like he gained 4 for the Rockets. I thought he got maybe 2 or 3 at best.
Yeah, we're at that angle where a 5-yard run looks more like a 2-yard run.
Maybe we're looking at it with Buckeye eyes also. Wellston, second down at about 6. Handoff to Osborne, straight up the middle, but not much there as the Buckeyes push him backwards. He gets it to the 25. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Wellston now with a 3rd and 5. Clock continues to run. It's now at 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Buckeyes next week will return home to play Belpre, while Wellston will travel to Alexander to play the Spartans. Third down and about 4 for Wellston. Pitch out to Harold. He's looking for the first down. Fighting for it. Nice stick by Chad Berry. And I believe he's short of the first down. And I didn't see who it was for the Buckeyes, but looked like the cornerback on this side really came up and made Harold cut that back inside. And even though he don't get credit for a tackle, he helped Chad Berry out right there to make the big hit.
Yeah, that was Charlie Wynn. Looked like Ryan was playing in defensive end now for Kenny. He kind of made that step inside and got himself blocked, and looked like Charlie made a good move, come up, forced that inside, and that's where Chad's at.
Wellston with the ball back on their own 27-yard line. It's 4th and 1, but they will go for it since they're down by 25 late in the third quarter. Lackey keeps it himself, and he's got a Wellston first down as he crosses the 30 to the 32.
That's a big call for the Rockets. Just a fake punt. Hiked it right to Lackey, only needed a yard, and was able to follow that big line, pick that up.
The clock starts with the movement of the chains. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Again, Wellston, if they have any thoughts of winning this game, is going to reach a point where they've got to start putting it in the air and taking some chances.
And right now, they're still just handing the ball off to Osborne or Lackey or Harold.
Lackey throwing over the middle long, but it's overthrown. And again, you get Wellston out of their element. Overthrown to Stephen Johnson.
In the last 3 or 4 games, the Buckeyes have really faced some good quarterbacks, and to come down here, it's probably been great for them, knowing that Wellston's going to be running the ball probably 90% of the time, and they're definitely doing a good job against the pass tonight.
Buckeyes really have done a good job all year against the run. Wellston now 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Lackey back to pass, throws, and it falls incomplete. Eric Davis timed that just perfectly.
I thought Eric was going to go the distance. He hit the receiver as soon as the ball got there, and I thought for sure he was going to take that and get 6 points out of it.
Stephen Johnson, the intended receiver, and right as that ball arrived, so did Eric Davis. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Rockets. Ball resting at the Wellston 33-yard line. Buckeyes up 31-6. Clock stopped. It's 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the third quarter.
The Buckeye defense has brought the first half momentum right into the second half. They're still playing real stingy defense right now.
Jordan Lackey over center. Option coming this way. Pitch out to Harold. And Harold dives out across the 40. He loses the ball, but it looked like he lost it when he hit the ground.
And he's going to be close to another first down. And I'm sure that...
Looks like he's just short of it.
Yeah.
And once again, Wellston, I'm sure, will go for it. Oh, they went for it last time, and there's no doubt they'll go for it this time on 4th and 1.
Yeah, they won't even line up in the punt formation this time. They'll probably just line up and hand the ball off to Osborne. And
4th down and 1 for the Rockets on their own 41-yard line, closer to the 42. See if the Buckeyes could stuff it this time. Hand off to Osborne up the middle, and he's got the first down as he takes it out to midfield. Tackle made by John McCullough.
And it looks like Osborne picked up almost 7-8 yards on the play.
Clock starts again with the movement of the chains. 1st down and 10, Wellston at midfield. Minute 20 remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to Osborne, and he's spun and taken down at the Buckeye 47.
Nick Hicks and John McCullough on the tackle.
Gain of about 3. And Wellston facing 2nd down and 7. Close to the Buckeye 47-yard line. Clock running at 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jordan Lackey over center at quarterback. Hand off to Harold on the left side. The Buckeyes all over. No gain on the play. A lot of white shirts.
John McCullough and Ernie Perkins, along with Ricky Craig, 3 interior linemen right there on that play. Looks like they still was able to give Harold about a 1-yard gain on that play.
Looked like a pretty good spot. He's still 7 yards shy of a first down. Third down about 7 for Wellston at the Buckeye 47. They give him about a half yard. Clock down at 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So this will be it, barring penalty.
Pass play.
And now they're going to try the halfback pass, throwing back towards Lackey, and it's picked up. And unfortunately, David Jolly was tripped up. He could have taken that a long way, but more importantly, the Buckeyes have it on their own 46-yard line on the final play of the third quarter.
I seen David just sitting back there, and he saw it coming from the very beginning, and he was just waiting for that ball to be thrown up, and I tell you, he was 1 step away from 6 points.
That's the end of 3 here at Wellston High School. 31-6, Nelsonville-York. First play of the fourth quarter, Buckeyes going out of the shotgun. Hand off to Ryan Cunningham up the middle, and he dives out to the Buckeye 49-yard line on a gain of 3.
Hey, Cunningham's been the go-to guy in this second half. He's touched the ball about 5 times, and only seen Brandon touch the ball 1 time.
And they're saying Vinton County is all over Belpre tonight.
Yeah. I think I heard the score somewhere around 25-13.
35-14, I believe they said is the score of Vinton County. Second down for the Buckeyes. And the ball's loose, but Jay Edwards is all over it. Jay had to do a 360-degree turn. So the Buckeyes will have third down and a short 7. Ball resting on the Buckeye side of the 50.
Tell you, the Wellston defense has done a good job this half. They've kind of stepped up after getting pushed over in that first half and come out here trying to make a statement in this second half.
Jay Edwards back to pass. Now he's going to run with it. Crosses the 45 down to the 42. Nice game for Jay Edwards. That's a first down. He gains about 9.
Nice job. He was able to pick up about just enough to get that first down and avoid contact at the end and put a good move on that guy and move those chains.
Nice job by Jay Edwards. I tell you what, he kind of reminds me of one named Ben Roby.
Yeah, he does.
Started as a freshman and threw the ball pretty well as a freshman and ran the ball, made good decisions. Buckeyes 1st and 10, pitch out to Brandon Maiden. And he falls forward. He was hit hard, but he just kept going. Pickup of about 8 for Brandon as he was hit after a gain of about 5.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard too, and that's his only second carry in this second half.
Tell you what, Wellston's walking slow back to the line. They got their heads down, their hands on their hips, and I don't know, this one may be in the books.
Well, obviously, I think after that first half, they didn't know what hit them, and the Buckeyes are still they're still not done. They're going to try to put some more points on the board and show that this wasn't a fluke.
9.5 minutes to play in the game. Buckeyes 31, Rocket 6. Pitch out to Cunningham. Nice blocking by the Buckeyes. Nice blocking by David Jolly and also Joe Martin out there on the right side. Another nice gain for Nelsonville-York down inside the Wellston 25 to the 24. Another first down for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Rocket 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. Ryan Cunningham will take the handoff from Jay. Has some running room up the middle of the field. 10-5. and he's down close to the goal line, right around the 1, where the Buckeyes will have it first and goal on a 23-yard run by Ryan Cunningham.
I think Lackey was the last one there, and Cunningham saw him and knew he wasn't going to be able to get around him. He just said, okay, I'm going to go over top of you, and Cunningham, he'd still be able to pick up a couple more yards after the hit by Lackey.
First and goal at the Wellston 1. And this would put the icing on the cake with the Buckeyes leading by 25 right now.
I bet we're going to see a nice quick hitter here to Cunningham off the left side.
Charlie Wynn, Ryan Cunningham, Brandon Maiden. It's going to be Ryan Cunningham on the dive from the fullback position. Look like they're going to mark him just shy of the goal line. But that's okay. That keeps the clock moving at 8:12 remaining in the game. And the Buckeyes will still have 3 more shots at it from the half-yard line.
Last time we was down inside the 5, we ended up getting a Trevor White field goal, and I'm sure here the Buckeyes, knowing that he could still kick one, they definitely want to get that 6 points.
Buckeyes will go out of the T formation this time with David Jolly joining Cunningham and Maiden. Once again, it's Cunningham, and he's in for the touchdown. Looked like that ball might have been juggled.
I think it was, and Jay was able to stick with it and get the ball into Cunningham's pocket and get that 6 points.
37-6, Nelsonville-York. I'll tell you what, who would have thunk it?
I tell you, this is definitely an outstanding game for the Buckeyes right here. They put it all together tonight, both sides of the ball.
Trevor White once again booms the extra point through, long and down the middle. It's 38-6, Nelsonville-York with only 7 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Well, we have this time when we're getting ready for the kickoff, and this is what gets fun here. The computer rankings came out this week. We'll run down them here. Division I, Region 3, Logan, 16th place. Again, the top 8 at the end of the season in each region goes to the playoffs. Division 2, Region 8, Jackson is 3rd. Division 3, Region 11, Gallipolis 8th, Athens 12th. Vinton County 14th, but of course Athens still has Gallipolis, and of course Logan tonight, they still have plenty of time to move right into a playoff position. Division 4, Region 15, Wellston came into this one 13th. Federal Hocking 18th. Alexander 22nd. Division 5 in Region 19, Nelsonville-York in 10th place this week. Just 2 spots shy, and obviously that will change.
Yeah, this is a bunch of playoff points right here.
Rockets take the kickoff. Nice return by the Wellston out to the 41-yard line. Looked like a flag could have came in on Wellston there, but
looked like number 14 of the Rockets hit number 25 here of the Buckeyes right there at the end of the play in the back.
Also in Region 19, Division 5, Belpre 13th. Division 6, Region 23, Trimble is 6th, and they need that game over Federal Hocking tonight because they have Miller and Southern remaining. Miller's 1-1, Southern has yet to win, and so they need that win badly tonight at Federal Hocking.
And even with that win, the Federal Hocking with 2 teams that with only 1 win combined, they're not going to get very many points those last 2 weeks of the season.
7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the ball game. Nelsonville-York with a commanding 32-point lead here at Wellston. I felt coming in myself that Nelsonville-York had the better team if they just didn't make mistakes, but I got to be honest. I didn't think it would be 38-6 here in the 4th quarter. The Buckeyes have just played outstanding.
Yeah, I just seen Brian Cunningham come off. Looks like he had an equipment problem. Bear Lewis on the field.
Rex Harold tries to break away. Charlie Wynn's got a hold of him. Finally, he goes down. The ball comes out, but I believe they're going to say Harold was down. And he's going to be down at the Buckeye 33-yard line.
That's like the second time we've actually, it's been awful close for us picking up a fumble.
First down and 10 for the Rockets at the Buckeye 33. Wellston out of the I formation. Clock approaching 7 minutes remaining in the game. Philip Osborne with it on the right side, and he's knocked out of bounds. Down at the Buckeye 26.
Charlie Wynn on the tackle.
It's going to be a gain of 8 for Philip Osborne.
Seems like the Buckeyes might give up that 1 or 2 long run, then they come back with some really good defense, and right now we've had a couple big runs by the Wellston Rockets.
Second down and 2, handoff to Harold, and he's going to be taken down close to a Wellston first down. It looks like he's got it.
It's like Chad Berry on the tackle, and along with Jed McLean.
First down for Wellston. Six minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the game. Tell you what, I thought we would be biting our nails at this point in the game coming into here, and it's been a nice, really nice game by the Buckeyes. Handoff by Blackie to Harold. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
I tell you, Harold's he's a strong running back. He just got wrapped up by Joey Martin in the backfield and was able to fight through it and still pick up a good 3-4 yards.
Second down and about 7 for Wellston. Ball resting at the Buckeye 18-yard line. Jordan Lackey. And the ball's loose, but Wellston covers it up at the Buckeye 20. So that'll be a loss of a couple yards.
Looked like Osborne was able to get the ball back, and Ricky Craig was in there to apply pressure also.
Third down for Wellston. Third down and about 8 at the Buckeye 20. Jordan Lackey. Over center at quarterback. He's back to pass, throwing along on the right side. And it's a Wellston touchdown. It's caught by Steve Johnson. Wellston completes the 20-yard touchdown pass. Lackey to Johnson.
Yeah, look, Johnson just ran a little fade route, a little play action pass, and was able to get behind our defensive back at time, and Lackey made a nice throw.
Wellston will probably go for 2, I would imagine. Even though the game's pretty well in hand for the Buckeyes with 5:20 to play. Going for 2, the Rockets. Pitch out to Harold, and he's hit immediately. And the Buckeyes stuff him back at the 7-yard line, so the 2-point conversion attempt fails. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes 38, Rockets 12.
I'm sure we're going to see an onside kick here by the Rockets.
Again, what a great ball game, Nelsonville-York. They've really played a great one, and again, hats off to the coaches. It's obvious that this team was prepared coming into Wellston here tonight.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Tell you can see right from the start, the Buckeyes were just really fired up, and that carried them all through the first half. To be able to go in 31-6 that's huge.
An all-out effort, of course, all the coaches here, the players, and also guys who don't get a lot of credit, the scouts on the road. And I think you talked about it earlier when you missed that 47-46 shootout against Wellston at Dave Boston Field.
Yeah, that was a game I definitely got to see on Channel 15, and I'll tell you, I'm so happy to see these kids come down here and put up a show like this.
Philip Osborne with the kickoff. Brandon Maiden will take it on a hop. And he'll fall down right around the 18-yard line of Nelsonville-York as he lost his footing. Band playing Hang On Sloopy, and tonight they didn't have to hang on. They just jumped out early, and it was all over Wellston from the get-go.
Yeah, I tell you, it'd still be nice. I'd still like to see the Buckeyes continue to do some nice drives and bring the ball down the field again. Looks like number 2 of the Buckeyes, I believe that's Dan Fox, now into the ball game. And it's a wingback position.
Pitch out to Brandon Maiden coming this side. And Brandon Maiden is taken down as he takes it out to the Buckeye 25 on a gain of about 6.
Nice job by Cunningham. He was able to get up in the hole, make a good block, and looked like we had a good double team on here also. Unless Brandon breaks one loose here, it looks like this might be breaking one of his streaks. I think he's had probably 5 or 6 games since moving to the tailback position where he's gained 100 yards, and he's had a very good night tonight. He just hadn't had the carries. First half, he only touched the ball 6 times, and the Buckeyes struck big on some pass plays.
Second down and 4 for the Buckeyes on their own 25-yard line. Hand off to Cunningham straight up the middle. Not much there for him. He picks up 1 to the 26.
I tell you, the Wellston has really shut down that quick hitter the Buckeyes just love to do. And Cunningham was only able to pick up, looked like maybe 1 or 2 yards on that play.
4 minutes, 18 seconds remaining, and the clock is running. 38-12, Nelsonville-York. Third down and about 3 for the Buckeyes. Out of the T formation. Handoff goes to, I believe, David Jolly, and he's going to take it out to about the 34-yard line.
Jolly just ran right behind, looked like Ryan Cunningham and Brandon Maiden.
A lot of smiles on the Buckeye side of the field. Really big game here tonight. A lot of people picking Wellston to win this one since it was on their home field, but Buckeyes didn't let that bother them. Looked like the snap was bobbled there, and Jay Edwards did the right thing. Instead of trying to go ahead and pitch it back, he just held on to it and ate it.
Yeah, I've noticed we've had about 2 or 3 times tonight we've actually had a center to quarterback exchange problem, and that could be with your center in there. He's going on both sides of the ball right now. He's playing nose guard, also playing center, and he's getting hit every down, so he could be getting a little tired in there and could be causing some of them fumbles.
Buckeyes second down on about 13. Hand off to Charlie Wynn on the left side. Takes it out to about the 33 of Nelsonville-York on a gain of about 3. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Number 23 for the Buckeyes, that's Josh Hodson coming into the game for the first time.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes 38, Rockets 12. Running back for the Buckeyes gets knocked backwards.
That's a nice way to get greeted to the football game. That's Josh Hodson coming in for the first time, touches the football, and gets to meet 2 Wellston Rockets head on.
So the Buckeyes will be forced to punt on 4th down and 10 from their own 35-yard line with 1:55 remaining in the game.
Wellston really hadn't made any attempt really to even stop the clock. I know they still have all 3 timeouts, and they're pretty much under knowing this game's pretty much done. Go let the clock run and get off this football field and regroup for next week.
Clock continues to run. Buckeyes will take the delay of game penalty as the flag comes in. Brandon Maiden will punt it away. It'll be now 4th and 15 after the 5-yard mark off. The Buckeyes now in a great position in the Ohio Division of the Tri-Valley Conference to take another league title. They've won more league titles than anyone. I believe Belpre is the closest one to them. And there's still several behind.
And you bring up Belpre, you know, that's a team seems like year in, year out. Really, no matter how good a team Nelsonville-York has, Belpre just seems to always give them fits. And
they're going to be fuming after this thumping they took against Vinton County tonight.
Yeah, and then you got the Buckeyes coming off this huge win tonight, and then you look at Belpre, which is like you said, took a rough one against Vinton County, and it's going to be tough for the Buckeyes regardless. I know they'll be well prepared, but for some reason we just have that Belpre problem.
Vinton County did the same thing as the Buckeyes did. They went to Belpre and they're laying it on the Golden Eagles. And what the Buckeyes did here at Wellston, and the Buckeyes will return home to host the Golden Eagles at Dave Boston Field next week. And
probably going to be senior night for the Buckeyes and our last home game. And
Buckeyes will be 5-3 overall, 3-0 in the Ohio Division of the TVC, the only undefeated team in the Ohio Division.
We'll take
and in position for a state playoff berth.
Yeah, and I tell you, if you would have thought that from game 1 and game 2 after seeing the Buckeyes play, and we thinking, well, maybe we're really in for a rebuilding season here, but the coaches did an excellent job at keeping these kids heads up, and keeping them in the game. And now look at it, we're 3-0 in our conference, and as you mentioned, right on the edge of a playoff berth.
Lackey rolling on the right side, throwing long down the right side, and a flag comes in. They might have called interference on the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference on Charlie Wind, and you're a minute 21 to go in this football game, and the ball was really a non-catchable ball. And
so Wellston will have it at the Buckeye 46. Pass interference on Nelsonville-York. 1 minute, 21 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. 38-12. I know I keep saying it, but it feels so good to say it. Buckeyes on top over the Rockets. Lackey back to pass, being rushed, throws it out to the side, hits Philip Osborne, tries to get away from the tackler, but steps out of bounds.
Looks like that might have been Ernie Perkins' little outside screen, and Ernie just flowed right with the momentum of his line, and he was right there to push him out of bounds.
And that's actually a 2-yard loss for Wellston. Rockets on the Buckeye 48-yard line, 2nd down and 12 with 1:16 to play. Lackey back to pass, throws out here on the left side. It's caught by Josh Osborne.
Steve Young on the initial tackle, and also come up from back position, David Jolly.
5-yard gain to the Buckeye 43, where it brings up third down and about 8. Clock running at 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Be really interesting to see how far the Buckeyes move up in the computer polls this week. This is a huge win and a lot of playoff points right here.
Back to pass, Lackey being rushed, throws over the middle, and it is caught by Wellston for a Rocket first down. It was caught by Sean Weiss.
About an 8-yard gain, and Jolly on the tackle again.
First down for Wellston at the Nelsonville-York 35-yard line, and the clock will start with the movement of the chains. Clock running now at 25 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Pass out to the right side, and it falls incomplete. Receiver not even had yet completed his route, wasn't looking for the football.
Looked like the ball was thrown a good 4 or 5 yards out of bounds, and they're just trying to go back to that fade route and try to get another 6 points on the board and make at least it look like they were somewhat in the game. And and when actually they really weren't. The Buckeyes have dominated pretty much from the beginning.
Buckeye fans showing their appreciation of this effort by Nelsonville-York. Lackey back to pass, throwing along on the right side, and it's going to fall incomplete. Lackey not getting a tight spiral on it, and it falls short of the intended receiver.
Good rush again by the Buckeyes, and making him get rid of that ball a little bit quicker than he probably wanted to.
10 seconds remaining. Rockets, 3rd down and 10 at the Buckeye 35 as the Champ TVC starts up.
Of course, Wellston was picked to win our league high division this year,
and there's a legal procedure on Wellston, and the Rockets, of course, 2-time defending TVC Ohio champion.
And they're coming back with a lot of seniors, plus their one of the number 1 running backs in the league in Rex Harold, and Buckeyes have done a good job on him tonight.
Of course, the Buckeyes play at home next week, as we said, with Belpre, and then, of course, they go to Alexander for their final contest. Wellston now 3rd down and about 15 back at the Buckeye 40. Lackey pitches it out. Osborne's going to toss it. Throwing it long, nice long pass, and nice defense by David Jolly, knocking that one away. He was trying to go to Rex Harold with it, Philip Osborne was, and nice tight spiral by Osborne, but Jolly right there to knock it away.
I tell you, we prepared for a team that was going to run the ball, and we've actually played some outstanding pass defense tonight too. And got to give that credit, to them Buckeye defensive backs, which have had it rough so far, facing some really good quarterbacks, and they've really stood up the challenge tonight on both sides, running it plus the passing aspect of it.
4 seconds remaining, so barring penalty, this will do it. 4th down for Wellston and 15 at the Buckeye 40. Jordan Lackey back to pass, and he's going to throw long, and it is incomplete. Looked like Nick Hicks was ready to pick it off, but the Buckeyes do not come up with the interception, and Nelsonville-York has done it. They've come to Wellston, and not only have they won, but they have won in convincing fashion, 38-12 over the Rockets of Wellston. Buckeyes once again 5-3 now overall, 3-0 in the Ohio division of the TVC. They're in the driver's seat. Wellston drops to 4-4 overall and 2-1 in the league. Again, the Buckeyes coming in at 10th this week in Region 19 of Division 5. Should pick up a bunch of points with this win tonight, and they've got Belpre coming next week. Belpre was 5-2 going into tonight, but they were losing to Vinton County, so they'll come in at 5-3, so there's some points there for the Buckeyes to get.
Yeah, the Buckeyes will definitely gain a bunch of points this week, and they can keep this momentum rolling into next week against Belpre. We'll get more points there also.